Hey everyone, I'm number 64 here, and today, oh my goodness, it's only been not even a whole 3 months since that life update video I made, and already, so much that I already had planned on that, from that video, was effectively thrown out the window, and I mean that in the best way possible. So, first off, I mentioned that the video itself actually. The video itself was only around the end of January, and I mentioned that if there was going to be a playthrough I'd be doing, it would be probably the Patapon games. And I was going to cover that over the emulator because I wasn't too comfortable with doing it on PS4 due to the both the audio setup and the delay. We could just throw all those worries out because before I even get to that, not even a month after that video itself came out, they decide to have a state of play to announce that Patapon 3 is coming to freaking PS4 now. It's not a remastered version, it's the same ported version of the PSP title since they have that PSP emulator now. And for me, I got it for free because I had the original on the PSP. So they remembered that purchase and I got to play that for free. I was planning on playing that at some point on the channel here. It's just that, you know, again, the audio situation as well as the lack of calibration tools for the rhythm game, it wasn't the most feasible way of playing. And I actually got to experience the Patapon 3 overhaul mod over PPSSPP. So if I'm going to be playing any Patapon 3 on this channel, it's probably going to be that, unless they do something crazy. But that's where I'm going to get to, because when we get to the Nintendo Switch Direct, the Switch 1 Direct, right before the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which, by the way, having 2 Directs in the span of a week is some crazy work. But in the last, presumably last anyway, Switch 1 Direct, they decide to announce Patapon 1 and 2 Replay. And what's crazy about this version is that on top of it coming to Switch and PC, in addition to only PS5, they're adding like a difficulty adjustment and a freaking calibration tool for input delay adjustments. This is what the freaking PS4 remasters should have had, honestly. Like this singular thing right here is the whole reason I'm excited on getting this. So if you're looking forward to playing for the Patapon 1 and 2 playthrough, I would ask that you just give it a little bit more time because the replay versions come out on July 10th, and I'm looking forward to playing those. So now I have a separate third option out of playing this. Which, before I get too crazy onto this, there was also mentions of a new Sonic Racing game, Sonic Racing Cross World, with crossplay on top of that, which, oh my goodness, brother, I can't wait for that one. Like, more Sonic Racing titles is neat. I'm just hoping that they decide to, actually support this game, please. Like, TSR is a fine game, but they left that one out to dry, and it dried up very quickly. But hopefully with Crossworlds that changes, because Sega's actually been cooking a lot here. They've also been cooking with Virtual Fighter Revo. In fact, they literally just finished doing a Twitch Rivals of the Virtual Fighter. Not even after this weekend. It looked like literally just yesterday, as soon as I'm recording this. And then fast forward to April. Now that I'm mentioning it, we did get the Switch 2 Direct. We know that that's coming 2 months from now, including a Mario Kart and a Mario Kart Direct that's coming a few days out from now as well. So, we're looking forward to some of those. I ended up playing the Rivals 2 update with a new fighter, Olympia. I've been playing a lot of Rivals 2 since that came out with Loxodon, but with Olympia out, that may change. I still plan on playing Lox, especially since his new lines are absolutely fire. But that's pretty much the whole game plan. Olympia plays very differently than what I've been accustomed to from playing platform fighters for well over a decade. So there's a lot of time I got to commit to trying to play Olympia. Then of course, like I said, more Revo came out, more updates on this, and it's kind of funny that Virtual Fighter out of all these fighting games that are out right now, seems to be the one with the least amount of community concerns. Like, I'm hoping this doesn't bite me in the butt after saying this, but if you know, you know. I'm gonna leave it at that. Then the Monster Hunter Wilds title update dropped. We got freaking Yuzutsune, the Grand Hub, which I didn't get to do too much of on this, but seeing that there's arm wrestling and a lot of other features on this, probably after this video I'm gonna go back to all that and check that out, because there was a lot that they added to this, and there was a bit of a performance hitch on the PC version, so maybe the game will be stable enough for me to actually like do a video on. I'm not sure, but I do want to do a video of Wilds at some point. Hopefully not before I get a freaking 4090 at this point, or rather a 5090, because like, good lord, this game is something that you need a 40 something system of 50 just to make this run decently. But other than that, and this is probably the main reason why there wasn't going to be a Strikers Cup video this week, I haven't recorded it. Like, I actually have not recorded it because there's one major update that I wanted to mention on this. One major update. And this was right before this weekend. So, literally on Friday, right before I got off of work, like, more specifically, about an hour left in, Pretendo ended up putting out a severe announcement. First and foremost, Animal Crossing is now in the testing field, so I'll be messing around with New Leaf a bit more often. It won't be on this channel, but it'll definitely be something I'll be playing around with from time to time. Finally getting around to adjusting it since I have like more of a reason to do so. Like, I've been messing around with like the islands, some of the games they have on the island, on like the Captain's Tour, which beautiful. Tortimer Island was honestly a beautiful feature, and I'm kind of glad that they still have that for New Leaf, and that this Pretendo thing, if online is back on this, we may be able to see more of those now. But, and this is, I'm pretty sure this may be the reason some of y'all are even watching this video. Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U got out of the testing phase and is now available to the public. Anyone who still has this game and a Pretendo account can now hop on and start playing. Like before, like I mentioned, including the tournament run I had, this was only for like testers who were in that tier of Pretendo in order to even play online. But now it's out of it, and you can pretty much just play it. Anyone can go out and play it now. They actually even mentioned that the sharing feature of the stages, Miis, and replays are in development, which the big one on that is stages, because it sounds like they are getting to the point of integrating the games with the juxtaposition, which is their replacement for the Miiverse. If you remember, Miiverse has some features for games like the posting ability on Splatoon 1, sort of the ghosts in Mario 3D World, and the posts on there too. And even the posts you see on the Miiverse stage in Smash, in addition to being able to share the stages, because for some reason that particular content sharing was linked to the Miiverse. So ever since that went down, you can't even share stages. I don't know why that was a thing. In fact, even tournament mode in Smash 4 went down because there was no Miiverse. Again, because it was tied to the service. I'm not expecting it to have an update where you could be able to upload your videos and replays directly to YouTube, because I feel like that's a whole other thing that they more likely aren't going to tackle. But the whole main thing I'm even mentioning this is that people can play this now. That's the whole reason why I'm mentioning this. I've been looking forward to getting onto all of this. Like everything I mentioned on this video is pretty much the main reason why I haven't gone to the Strikers Cup yet. I've been super distracted with so much, like good lord. But once I do find the time to be able to record it, maybe I'll still be able to have time to put it up this week. I'm just saying that there may not be a Strikers Cup this video because there's no guarantee on it. That's pretty much all I'm saying. Like, I normally put this stuff when I say there's no video on this just to make sure people know that there's no guarantee that it's going to be up this week. But after all this, Oh my god. Like it, how can you explain? How can you blame me? Like so much has came out in the last 2 weeks alone. Alone, the last 2 weeks just popped off. But the fact that there's even the whole stuff with Patapon now, it's my goodness. And there may actually be an open, like an actual open beta for Rattatan earlier. Like earlier, I mentioned that there was a beta for that. I couldn't cover it because it was a closed beta, and they didn't get to show off the game due to a delay with the event. So it was still closed and I still couldn't do any videos on this, but if there's an open beta coming off on that, that may change. But until then, I'm looking forward to getting onto the Patapon 1 and 2 replay. Once that comes out, I'm just going to do the replay off of just the calibration tool and showing off how that works and everything. Then the updates on the Smash 4 and Animal Crossing. So I would say expect more Smash videos on this, because I kind of do want to actually do more, like, not necessarily just the matches, but just general Smash stuff, like the modes I mentioned and brought in that life update video, the Smash 4 modes, even some of Ultimate at some point, but we'll see, But that's pretty much it. That's it. Like, oh my goodness. I did not think that everything that I had planned from that life update video gets changed so dramatically in such a short amount of time. But we'll worry about that. Probably the next video we'll see from me will either be from Smash or the Strikers Cup. We'll see. And I don't even got enough time for intros. I just want to start playing outros. I just got to play right now. So I'll see y'all in the next video. But of course, say what? Okay, let me just play.